One guy said, yeah, he said, I'd be sitting on this inpatient unit for 5 years, same chair. And this one aide would come in, and this aide knew that I liked the Boston Celtics. And so every time he would come on the floor for his shift, he would walk by me in my chair and give me a wink of his eye and say, "Danny Ainge." And he smiled. And he said that was more healing and more restorative than any of the, other treatment. And it reminded him, I'm human and there's a world outside of these walls, a world that that I want to go back to. That's not just a bad world or a hostile world or an abusive world, but a world where there's joy, the joy of watching a Celtics game, Sometimes the human gets stripped out of the human services, right? And that we begin to process human beings as if they were objects that need to be fixed. Kind of like pulling in and having your oil changed and now comes the next one. And a lot of that comes from mental health workers having to work in fairly dehumanizing situations themselves, where how do you keep your heart open to the kinds of complexity and suffering that people are coming through the door with day after day after day. So there is this dehumanizing element that then gets passed on to service recipients, people using the services. And workers protect themselves by saying, well, I work with schizophrenics, not people with schizophrenia. Because when we work with people, we have to acknowledge the dignity and find the common ground of our shared humanity. And so this question, how do you remain human-hearted and work in these sometimes not so human services, is the course they never teach at school. It's the big missing course.